Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. How are you doing? I hope you're not forgetting to sometimes smile, especially at your children at this very difficult time. I know it's hard. And that's why smiling is charity, especially right now. I know I've seen messages from a lot of people, and I'm seeing this all over the place now. People asking, is there any point in us going to these demonstrations, these protests, and walking from here to there? It's not changing anything. So why bother? And then what can I do? So I wanted to address that today. I could be sitting at home, sharing as many posts as I want, and that's also extremely important. I could be making dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is also very powerful, right? But I'm in the comfort of my home. I could be doing a lot of things, really powerful things in private that really not people out there don't know about, right? But when I decide to leave the comfort of my home, the commitments I might have had, the busy life that I'm leading, right? And I decide to go out and walk and sacrifice hours of my time, my comfort, my energy, my effort to be there, to walk with these people, to stand up for what I believe in, to stand up for the truth. That now shows other people that you don't just care about Palestinians, you care deeply about them. You care so much about them that you sacrificed all of that from your busy life, your time, your effort, and your comfort, and you are here on the streets. That's what it shows them, that you don't just care, right? That you're sharing on social media. You actually care so much that you're willing to come on the streets, right? And now there are hundreds and thousands of people who are showing that. That's scary. That's scary to the enemy, because they are counting on us to forget about it. That, yeah, you care, but in a little while, you're going to keep seeing it as you have seen it in so many countries, and you're going to forget about it. But when they see these rallies growing in numbers instead of decreasing every weekend, right? That's scary for them. What is happening? Especially we live in countries which are democracies, right? These things matter there. And when you go out, when they, other just lay people, right? General people out there, people who really don't know what's going on, don't really care. When they see the thousands and thousands of people walking down the streets, that makes them more curious. What is it that these people care so deeply about that I don't know about? Or maybe I'm on the other side. What are they saying? That's when they get curious. That's when they try to find out more of the truth that we are speaking about. That's the impact these rallies have. And let's not get impatient. Let's not get shaitan make us undermine our own effort. That's shaitan's, oldest trick. He has undermined our father. He's undermined human beings forever. And he makes us undermine our efforts, saying, hey, it doesn't matter, don't do it. Don't use that, right? Let's not use excuses to sit at home. Let's go out. Let's get our voices heard. Let's speak up for the Palestinian people. And this matters right now. The first time I went to a protest was in 2008. And I was really young then, and I didn't really, this was the first time in my life I went to any protest. And it was for Palestinian people. And days after days after days, I was going to these protests, but nothing was changing, right? Things were getting worse and worse, and the horrible war in 2008 at the time. And obviously, I was starting to wonder, what's the point of it? I would talk to the Muslim community. There were hardly any people from the Muslim community in those protests at that time. Unfortunately, there were not a lot of non-Muslims, hardly any Muslims from my community. And there were things like, oh, this is bidah, this is no point, there's no point of this, it's just this America and this, government, blah blah blah, Arabs are not doing anything, leaders are not doing anything, nothing's gonna change. Right? It was just the same old stuff. And so I don't know, like I don't, this is all I can do, so I'm doing it. I remember once there was this lady who was sitting outside the US Embassy all night. And I asked her, you have been coming to these protests for years. She said, yeah, I've been coming for 15 years. I think it was even more. And I said, do you see any point? There any point? She said, 15 years ago, there were hardly any people here. Well, hardly maybe 10 people. Today, you're seeing hundreds, you're seeing thousands. And now it's been, almost 15 years of me doing this. There are many more thousands, hundreds of thousands coming. Things are changing. This conflict, this disaster that's happening today has taken years in making. And it's going to take time for us to change it, right? So let's keep a consistent effort. Let's not shaitan undermine your effort, right? Make excuses for you that you don't need to bother and then make you even give up and just be a victim. Well, what can we do? We Muslims, we are just victimized everywhere. Be a hero. Stop being a victim. Be a hero for the Palestinian people. They are not losing this battle. They will win either way. We are the ones losing the battle. Because this battle is now a battle of narratives, of propaganda that they're spreading. And that's what we need to change. They can't change that, right? They're doing what they can. We are getting the images. Even in this situation, you see people in very difficult situations sending the news out there. And now it's up to us to make sure their voices are heard, that the truth is spread. We are losing this battle. We need to do better to spread information. We live in the age of information. This is the war of information. And we need to win this for them. We need to win this for the sake of Allah. We need to win this for our own selves, our own akhirah. Right? So let's not be demotivated by this rubbish shaitan might be saying to you. Share the post, make a lot of dua, and go out there. But don't forget that this going to a protest is not, or this battle, whenever this finishes, is not the end. This should be the beginning of your efforts towards them. There are organizations that work for Palestinian cause throughout the year. Go and find out about them, volunteer with them. They're organizing talks, distributing flyers. I've stood on the streets, distributed flyers all year long. And I've seen people's minds change looking at those flyers. It's not a joke. They look at the map and their minds change. Their minds open up to the truth. Find out about these organizations. Find out what more can you do throughout the year, not just when there is an emergency, because things will change based on what you're doing all through the year. Okay? Small effort. It doesn't have to be every week, every month I'm going to be dedicated. Maybe once a month, maybe once in 2 months. I'm going to do something for them, even if it's, donating towards their causes, such organizations. Okay, that's all I wanted to say today. Inshallah, I will be back with another reminder tomorrow, a really important one, especially for all the people thinking like, what more can I do? Tomorrow, I'll tell you what we need to do. Okay, and inshallah, that will be greatly beneficial especially for all the mothers out there. See you tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum.